Another Valentine's Day where I'm once again lonely. Everyone's got a Valentine, but not me though. Another day, another migraine for me. This sucks. How's it going, everyone? It's me, Yarnamore, and today is Valentine's Day. Oh, and we're taking a look at the THF Sonicwave Soundwave. So taking a closer look at Soundwave, he's got some amazing details throughout the whole figure. So starting off with his iconic face, which similarly looks like the Decepticon logo. It looks amazing. His eyes are painted in a shiny red paint, so it looks like it's not only glowing, but you can also hear his iconic robot voice. And looking at his big square chest, you can see the big ol' clear plastic window, which may or may not be useful later. Out of the box, he was missing his Decepticon logo, so naturally I had to print my own stickers and slap it on him. And I gotta say, it looks great. The gold accents on the figure really makes him stand out from the rest of my collection. The details on his arms are pretty good, despite paint chippings, which I totally didn't attempt to repaint and didn't work. But yeah, looking at his crotch, he has some buttons which you can press, and his legs are pretty standard but still looks cool, and his feet are made out of die-cast metal, which gives a pretty good weight to the figure. And looking at the back, it looks pretty clean, and since this is a bootleg, he exclusively comes with this extra piece that's gonna be very useful later in the transformation. Now as for accessories, they don't fail to spoil me with them. It comes with every single accessory the original MP13 Soundwave has, like his gun, Energon Cube, Megatron. You can also detach his stock and silencer, sensor thing, I don't know, handgun maybe, and this screen thing, I don't know. Can attach to Soundwave's chest, and yeah, it may look kind of dumb and useless, but with the original figure, he actually came with pictures which show schematics and stuff, like in that one G1 episode. But sadly, that doesn't come with the figure. But at least you can print your own photos and put any picture you want on his chest. He has a few more cool features, like when you go to his arm, you can pull these parts out and reveal a JBL speaker. You can open these tabs to hide your failed tests in. And you can also attach the Energon Cube to his chest to replicate that one scene in the show where he makes Energon with his chest. And with the sensor arm thing, you can flip the speaker out, put his hand in, put this back up, and plug the sensor in. And it looks pretty cool. You can also put both guns in his hands, and it looks really cool, and it's really secure. Doesn't fall off in any way possible. And I gotta say, the battery gun looks pretty cool, but it doesn't really compare to the Megatron gun, which is just amazing. It's just beautiful. Now back at Soundwave's chest, there's a spring-loaded button here that when you press it, his chest opens up like a cassette player ejecting a tape. And you can not only hide the shame that is your test scores, you can also put in this included cassette, which when transformed turns into Laserbeak. His transformation is nice and simple, and his details are great. And he can tab in Soundwave's arm and shoulder. But turning him back into a cassette, you can put him inside Soundwave, and when you press the button again, he kind of ejects Laserbeak like a real cassette player. Also, when you push this piece back in, you can store other Cassetticons, which will be for another video. And if you want it back out, just press this button on the back and yeah, it'll be back to normal. And now for the articulation. His head can move up and down, rotation. His shoulder can also move up and down and also rotate. His arm can move this far up and has a rotation, butterfly joint. He has a bicep swivel and he can bend 90 degrees, wrist swivel, can point, and the rest can open, waist swivel. He can kick this far forward and this far back. He can do a full split, thigh swivel, bend at the knee. His feet can go down, up, a slight ankle pivot, and a reverse ankle pivot. Now his articulation is really great and gives you a whole lot of freedom for poses. But now, let's get on to the transformation. Now his cassette player mode is amazing. As a person that enjoys cassettes to the point where I got scammed of buying one, he's beautiful. He's got a headphone jack, pushable buttons, and he's got really great details throughout. And thanks to the bootleg exclusive part, you can hide his back kibble together with his gun, which you can tab on the back, and his cassette feature still works, and it works even better. And now for the size comparisons. First off, we have the X-Men 97 Magneto, our previous review, the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod.
Excuse me, sir. I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you.
Not at all, boy!
Don't worry about him, SpongeBob.
Classic Class Sentinel Prime, Classic Class Optimus Prime, and Classic Class Megatron.
Don't leave me, Soundwave.
SH Figure Arts Anya, Potato Prime, and finally, Ignacio. So what's my initial review for this figure? Well, from the great details, easy transformation, cheap price, and the amount of accessories you get, I'd give this bootleg Soundwave a 4 out of 5. Yeah, his paint is still kinda cheap and it chips really easily, and there are some loose joints and stuff, but, would I recommend this figure? Yeah, I mean, it's a cheap, good-looking Soundwave, and I got what I paid for. It's really good. It's really good. But, yep. That'll be all for today's review of the THF Sonicwave Soundwave. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And a huge thanks to my brother Marco Mars for helping me record this video. That'll be all, and goodbye.